that's in charge of all of them.
We will not have any blood. No blood.
Of the rescue center, like those were our huts that we stayed in, and the main lodge was here where we ate, and this is the platform around the lodge so that we would stand in.
Okay.
And so there's a pack of dogs that takes...
I've got a rock on the corner there, that'll help.
Yeah? It's stone. Ask him if he has any salt. Do you have any salt? Some table or herbs?
Let's see what we got. You guys got any meat in your stew yet?
Okay, are any of you guys watching?
And that was after the school of 3,000 feet of property.
What size is the ring?
Couldn't honestly tell you.
841.
841.
I got one more announcement. If anybody is interested in lichens at all, come talk to me, and I might be able to arrange showing you some rather interesting lichens
Somebody else.
at any time.
Especially, and if you don't mind, I mean, with making patterns, it
But ask
involves
Margaret for sure. Willow is
not
usually
having your shirt on.
baby's
and
chewing on
being
Willow.
duct
She asked me
taped,
about
but
toxicity. I said, I don't
stuff
think so.
underneath so it doesn't stick to you.
Yeah.
So if you're okay with exposing yourself, then
When you twist them and stuff, the shards, the better it looks. Yeah, you like that gray stuff from the river. Cool.
Are you just drying now?
Oh, we're real close to being ready to fire. Zach's real close here. He's working on the top here to get it dry. And we're doing the spit test where you take a little spit and touch it, and if it stays more than a second, then it's still 1001. Should be gone.
Jar right here. There's a lot of rendered to time, and it looks more like a little bit greener than what this here is. And we're fortunate that we could find that right in this area. Reds and yellows are the most common, and they come in wide ranges. This is an extreme yellow. That's a yellow, and it's really hard.
In its natural form.
That's it. That's chunks of it. That's the way I found it. It's in a little. You'll find sometimes it's just little pill-sized deposits. You'll be yellow, and then there'll be this really nice little yellow, and it's those little pills you're after. You don't need to take a big bunch of it. You can take those little individual pills, and that'll. Yeah. But the container of water, I dump it in there, and immediately all the big pieces fall right to the bottom. The little bit bigger pieces start floating down slowly, and then after maybe an hour or so, some more has fallen down, but the really fine stuff is in solution in the rest of the material. I'll take and skim the upper water off and evaporate that off, and that's the stuff that I'm going to use for the fine material. The stuff in the bottom can be dried off by leaving in the sun spread out in containers and ground again and go through the same thing until I can eventually have it all completely ground in there. The other thing is there'll be lots of other minerals mixed in with a lot of these things. Some of my sources of really good ochre have lots of quartz veins and stuff like that. Beautiful red ochres in there, but there's so much quartz in there that I'll almost have to settle it out or just spend the time just cleaning out in between the quartz veins and things like that. It's a fine chalky powder, but there's these little cobwebs of quartz in there that just...
But doing it with water would
settle it out really quick.
Put the quartz down on the bottom. Okay, gotcha.
I'm not doing such massive amounts of painting that I usually don't go through all the trouble. I'm usually just rendering it down, and some of them will come out really, you know, I think this is just, yeah. This is, yeah. This is catlinite. when I was carving saw and catlinite. This is the dust, so it's a pigment now that's been cut.
Yeah.
I just saved it, and that's catlinite. That'd be kind of an off red. It's not going to come out a really red. I mean, you go into a museum and you look at painted things, you see red, blues, and greens and stuff, but you can really get the looking at it. They're not really a red, and they're not really a blue.
And they're not really matching.
And they're not matching, and they're washes. They're not painted, crusty paints. And until later on, when cray paper started coming across, they started leaching the color out of it, and they started getting more bright colors and things on the parfleches. But the older stuff, if you'd have gone back 250, 300 years ago looking at Native American or European, it doesn't matter where you're at in South Africa, it would have been more washes, and they're beautiful. They're absolutely gorgeous. They're subtle and just absolutely gorgeous. And, you know, but it's like our buckskins. You look at most modern buckskins that come out really good. People who know what they're doing, they're just beautiful. They got a few scars on. You go into a museum, look at a beautiful outfit and buckskin and stuff, and then you get to look at, man, they missed a lot of epidermis. It's functional and beautiful.
Scraping mark.
They didn't do like we're going way beyond what we need to do to be very pleasantly pleased with our life. They don't need to put that much effort into when they, you know. Yeah, that's a whole nother thing. These haven't never been used. Another version of that. But
this is the upper part of the quill, and this is the lower part of the quill, and it's just a little bit of feather that's left on it.
I used
On my pots.
He used a spoon to burn it.
That's not what's causing the color.
You don't think so?
No. By all means, try it.
Because it was all black. It looked different from all of ours.
Yeah, it had a color in it. Yeah, try it, but I tell you, it's not from this one. It's from this being oxidized, lots of oxygen reach in here, and this, the yellow, the more yellow and lighter, that's reduction.
Yeah, that's really pretty.